Hello everyone. For many years, my day started out as 2 large cups of coffee for breakfast, a couple of soft drinks during the day, and a large cup of tea for supper. I didn't know it, but I was addicted to caffeine. My heart was the first thing to tell me I had a problem. My doctor confirmed my problem, but I didn't know until a chance reduction in caffeine that was the problem. So today I'd like to tell you a little bit about what caffeine does to the body in hopes that you'll reduce the amount of caffeine that you take in during the day. So let's get started by looking at some of the good things that caffeine can do for your body. According to eHow Health, caffeine affects the cardiovascular, the metabolic, and the brain. We all know about caffeine and its energy-giving properties. Well, that does help burn fat. Caffeine also stimulates the brain, which helps a person focus and concentrate on mundane tasks. Caffeine is noted to benefit in the reduction of certain diseases. For instance, Parkinson's disease can be reduced or eliminated with the intake of caffeine. Publication Science notes that caffeine may be proactive in the cognitive decline of Alzheimer's disease, as well as dementia. HealthMed MD states that caffeine aids in killing pain. You usually see it in headache medicine. And it does this by increasing acid production in the stomach, which helps the absorption of the medicines. Caffeine helps reduce muscle pain. For instance, if you drink 2 cups of coffee before you go do a workout, you're less likely to have muscle fatigue or muscle pain after that workout. But there's no difference between drinking 2 cups of coffee before a workout or 6. Same effects. So now let's look at some of the bad effects of caffeine on the body. Now, according to WebMD, moderate consumption of caffeine can have some adverse effects on healthy adults. It affects the central nervous system. Too much caffeine can make you restless, anxious, or irritable. Caffeine can cause abnormal heart rhythms, headaches, and other kind of problems. WebMD also states that caffeine is likely to cause insomnia. It takes 5 to 7 hours to eliminate 50% of the caffeine that you've taken into your body. It takes 8 to 10 hours just to reduce 75%. But 2 cups of coffee in the morning will not affect your sleep at night. Webline Plus states that heavy or frequent use of caffeine can cause detrimental effects to the body. For instance, 750 milligrams of caffeine a day can cause a loss of calcium and magnesium in the body. Research has shown some links between caffeine and hip fractures. So older women should limit their daily intake of caffeine to 300 milligrams or less. eHow Health states that when caffeine enters the stomach, we all know it produces the acids, but too much of those acids can eat away at the lining of your stomach. Caffeine also caffeine loosens the muscles in the intestines, which slows digestion. So now that we've talked a little bit about the positive and negative effects, let's talk about ways to reduce caffeine in your body. The Mayo Clinic states that limiting the amount of caffeine to 200 milligrams of coffee or caffeine a day is ideal. Some tips from Bohemian Revolution are you can cut down the amount of caffeine you take in gradually. For instance, if you drink 5 cups of coffee a day, the next day drink 4. Try that a few days, then cut down to 3, and so on. You can also dilute your coffee, like I do, with decaf coffee. Or you can just add a little bit more creamer to it. But one thing that you really need to remember is drink lots of water when you're reducing the amount of caffeine in your body. Drinking the water will help eliminate the withdrawal toxins that will build up. So drink lots of water. Another thing you need to remember to do is to take vitamin B12 supplements. This will help replace the energy loss from the caffeine. Mind, Body, and Self-Help says that after the first week, you can expect to sleep deeper and longer, which I have. Allow yourself an extra hour of sleep for the first few days. Drowsiness is just a sign that your body is getting back to its normal energy levels. The Mayo Clinic says that you'll also experience a reduction in blood pressure. Caffeine causes short but dramatic increases in blood pressure. Caffeine causes your adrenal gland to produce adrenaline, which increases the blood pressure. So in conclusion, caffeine is a drug, and with many drugs, overuse can cause adverse health effects. I myself was addicted to caffeine, and since have reduced the amount of caffeine that I take in during the day. I'm already seeing the positive effects of reduced caffeine, as you will when you reduce the amount of caffeine that you take in. Reducing the amount of caffeine takes hard work and dedication, but I know everyone here is capable of reducing the amount of caffeine that you take in during the day. I have shown you the positive effects and the positive effects of limited consumption and the adverse effects of overindulgence. So I leave you with this challenge. Reduce your caffeine. Sleep better, feel better, live better.